So I saw this and I wrongly assumed this was new news. They've recycled this, but we've never actually covered it. So because I couldn't remember the quote because it was a while ago, actually, it was a reasonable amount of time ago. But the Doctor Who showrunner addresses why they changed Davros's appearance. Does anyone know about this or not? Is
I'm
anyone aware
familiar
of
with
it?
this story, yeah. And it's an
Yeah. Anyone
absolute
else?
hoot.
I know nothing about Doctor Who stuff.
You're going to enjoy this one then. It's kind of.
Is this the disability story?
Yes.
It is, yeah. But they're repackaging it as new. I don't really understand why. Because I basically, because it's so old, I forgot the quote. So I'm like making a video on it. I'm like, oh no, I think this is the same thing. So, but it's still funny nonetheless. And loads of people haven't heard it. So it's worthwhile covering, literally just because people haven't heard it, right? Like it's funny to cover it. So basically, they changed. Davros is the creator of the Daleks. He's a villain. He's evil. He's got some pretty bad scarring, and he has to sit in a life support machine, right? A life support machine that just so happens to have wheels, okay? But it's not a wheelchair. It's a life support machine. So its primary purpose is to support his life. But anyway, in an old interview, not new, Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies has confirmed he changed Davros's appearance. And it's permanent. And it was made not just to show what he looked like when he was young, but because there were apparently serious Yahtzee vibes. Oh no, a villain could be based on a real world villain. The Yahtzees.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the first G.I. Joe movie, like that Rise of Cobra movie, where they completely redesigned Cobra Commander. And Cobra Commander, of course, is the leader of a fascistic totalitarian organization hell-bent on world dominance. So why did they change his appearance, which was pretty badass in the cartoon and comics and everything? Well, according to producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura, it was just like this, that, his appearance, it evoked like Yahtzee associations. And of course, we can't have that for the head of a fascistic organization hell-bent on world domination. It would be too triggering if that were to
heaven forbid someone think Yahtzees were evil. Like, for fuck's sake.
Can't have anything like that. They fixed that a little bit for the sequel, though, a little bit.
Well, he's not interested in doing it here. So he says, we had long conversations about bringing Davros back. Shouldn't have been long conversations. Should have just done it pretty easy. Because he's a fantastic character. But time and society and culture and taste has moved on. No, it hasn't. Where is this new modern audience you keep speaking about, you fucking dickhead? There is no modern audience. You keep talking about it. You keep saying you're updating it for a modern audience, and they don't come out and watch anything. So how about you go back? And there's a problem with the Davros of old in that he's a wheelchair user who is evil. And I had problems with that. And a lot of us on the production team had problems with that. Of associating disability with evil. That's a you problem, son. That's a self-report on you. No one thought he was evil because he's in a wheelchair. You moron. What on earth?
What are these people? Where do they get these people to do these shows? And
it's insane, isn't it? Absolutely insane. And he goes, I'm not blaming the people in the past at all, but the world changes. And when the world changes, Doctor Who has to change as well. So we made the choice to bring Davros without the facial scarring and without the wheelchair or his support unit, which functions as a wheelchair. So it's a support unit then, you idiot. Keeping him alive. It's not a wheelchair, is it? I say, this is how we see Davros now. This is what he looks like. This is 2023. This is our lens. This is our eye. Things used to be black and white. They're not in black and white anymore. And Davros used to look like that, and he looks like this now. and we're absolutely standing by it. Oh my God.
So dumb.
Isn't it?
So dumb.
Isn't it?
Doctor Who fans, they're like, I don't think there's any hope for them. Just like I don't think there's any hope for Star Wars and Star Trek fans.
But the thing is, no one's watching this. This is the
no,
thing.
no. And I mean, they've already, I mean, this is just another nail in that coffin of that IP.
Yeah,
I mean, because
massively.
people have checked out of that show for a long time. I mean, who's watching it anymore? I don't know anybody watching it.
No. Well, no, literally no one is really. What a massive self-report. We had problems because we associate disability with evil. No one else fucking does.
No.
Who associates disability with being evil? What? What a weird thing to say. These people are truly evil because they report on themselves with the things that they say. No one was associating disability and evil. No one was. Literally no one. You come along, you were. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. That is pretty terrible. Go on, Culture. You want to say some stuff? I know you do.
Every time I've come across this one, I mean the dumb just is incredible. Every single time I hear about Doctor Who, it's something bad and stupid. And again, when this first broke out, and again, it was a little while ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I was like, why are we revisiting this character if its portrayal was so offensive to you? Why are you doing that? Well, because we're going to change it and make it better. How? Because as you pointed out, they're the ones that associate disability with evil. Well, do they not think that people who are disabled can be evil? I mean, there's some arguments to be made. There are plenty of people that have had disabilities that are evil. And in fact, if you just listen to some of the conversations around Echo or watch the show, she was pretty fucking evil. She was a bad guy in the show. If you watched all 5 of those shitty episodes. So and she had multiple disabilities. So by his logic, Russell T Davies' inane logic, she is like what 3 times evil over because problems,
Problems apparently.
Absolutely
absurd.
Has he seen Unbreakable? I mean,
probably not.